Assalomu alaykum, bo'lajak o'qituvchilar hamda aziz tinglovchilar. Chet tillari o'qitishning integrallashgan kursi fani doirasidagi navbatdagi mashg'ulotimizni boshlaymiz. Ushbu mavzumiz dars rejasini tuzishda maqsadlarni aniqlab olish bilan bog'liq bo'lib, identifying and selecting the aims deb nomlanadi. Firstly, we should pay attention to our lesson's aim. What is an aim? Aim is what we want our students to be able to do at the end of a lesson, at the end of a sequence of lesson, or at the end of a whole course. Firstly, we should mention what do aims focus on. Firstly, functions. The next one, grammatical structures, skills, and vocabulary also should be mentioned, and others. Choosing appropriate aims is very important in teaching process because beforehand we should be prepared for the lesson. In order to identify and select appropriate aim for our students, we should give two questions. First, what do my learners already know? And what do they need to know? We can say that main aims are the most important aims of the lesson, and they can be like instructional objectives, performance objectives, behavioral objectives, and other kind of objectives. And we shouldn't forget, our aims should describe students' behavior. What does it mean? This means that the aim should relate what the student should be able to do after the instruction. We talked about two types of aims, main aims and subsidiary aims, which are very important and should be written in the lesson plan. But we have also another kind of aim, which is called as personal aim. Personal aim, as you know, is not written in lesson plan. That's why it's called as personal aims. It only works for us, for the teacher. It should serve as a support for the teacher in order to improve the teaching process. For example, next time I will be somehow positive, or during the next lesson I will be a little strict, and so on. We have very important question here. How do I write an instructional aim as a teacher? Here we are showing ABCDs of aims, which can be very helpful for future English teachers. They are audience and paying attention to behavior, condition, and also degree. If we want to write very good aim for our lesson plan, we should pay attention firstly to audience. Who is audience? The audience is a group of people. We can say students, pupils, who are sitting in front of us and listening, learning. Next is behavior. All the time, we should consider behavior of our students. The behavior is a verb that describes what the learner or our audience will be able to do at the end of the given instruction. It's the heart of the objective and it must be measurable, as we mentioned it before, and also observable. These verbs must be specific, not general. And also, all the time, we should pay attention to condition of the classroom when we want to identify and select the aim for the lesson. What is condition of the class? Here, we should observe what kind of tools or equipments we can find in the classroom, or what kind of resource and materials we have in our hands. Here we also should add degree. All the time when we are making some kind of aims for our lesson, we should consider our students' levels, degree, age, and interests. And we should find such kind of aims that should be measured after all. Here, we should help you to differentiate the aim and procedure of the lesson, because many young teachers can confuse these two terms. Aims are what the learners will be able to do with the language, and procedures what the teacher and the students try to do during the whole lesson, during different stage of the lesson. Mana qadrli bo'lajak o'qituvchilar va aziz tinglovchilar, dars rejalarini tuzishda, dars ishlanmalarini tuzishda maqsadni oldindan belgilab olish haqidagi tavsiyalarimiz mana shulardan iborat. Keyingi video darslarimiz yordamida bundanda qiziqarli ma'lumotlarni taqdim etishda davom etamiz. E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat. Xayr, salomat bo'ling.